What's going on, guys? I just got this Toro SR4 super recycler actually bought it pretty cheap, just a regular tune-up. But one of the problems it came with is the adjuster that goes to this back wheel had broken off, and this is like spring tension, so you can't really fix this. So I ordered a new one, and it seems simple, but this is a little bit more involved job. We got to get this wheel off, and then there's a lot of things underneath here that I have to go through and take off and put back together. So let's start getting this wheel off and see if we can get this replaced. All right, let's get this wheel off. This is a 1/2-inch bolt. Now be careful because there's a nut behind here. You don't want to lose that guy. Take that all off. And again, there's a nut back here. All right, and we'll just keep this all together. I'm actually going to pop this nut out and keep it. This lock nut goes in behind here. We don't want to lose that guy. Now we got to get the circlip off. And then be careful, there's a spring right behind that. And you want to keep these guys all in order. What I usually do is I lay it out across my workbench, and one by one, whatever come off first is going to go on last. Then we have this washer. And then we have the gear. Then we have this plastic piece that has a little gear lock in it. All right, see this little piece here? So that has to come off together. Don't lose that. Then there's this little gasket behind here. We can peel that off. Okay. And then another circlip. If you can turn this, it comes off easier. Okay. And then we have this washer. Make sure you know of the orientation this goes on, because these are directed. And then another washer. Okay, this one locks into this plate. And we have this piece. Sometimes this comes off kind of hard. If you keep it lubricated, it usually comes off pretty easy. All right, good. That's easy. I'm going to leave that one in. Otherwise, this axle will fall out. So this is the piece that I need to unbolt and put the new adjuster on. So let's go over to the workbench and do that now. It's already taken the handle off of this adjuster. And how this goes on is like this. So I can make sure that when I put the new one on, it comes in at this orientation. Okay, this is a 3/8 bolt. Grab this and pull that off. All right, this one comes off, and then this one comes on. Get that bolt back in. If you want to clean up this right away, make sure that this stays lubricated in here. So then the handle comes in on this direction. There we go. Okay, now we just got to put this back on and reverse everything in the same direction. Okay, so this is going to go in first. Again, if you want to lubricate this, you can. What's going to happen is, because the adjuster on the other side, the other adjuster is going to spring load and going to push this out. So we're going to have to kind of compress it while we get this back together. An easy way to do this is if we put it kind of off the end here. We'll come back later, but I'm going to have to push the wheel in from the other side so I can get that to that circlip line. Now again, this piece goes in first. It lines up with these little notches. We come in with this washer. And now when we put this one on, you're going to have to push in from the other side, the wheel on the other side, to give it, because it's spring loaded on the other side, just enough space to get this guy on. There we go. Okay. Now if I come up around here, there we go. So now we got my adjuster working again. Now let's get the rest of those pieces on and then get the wheel on. We have this rubber gasket, and then this piece comes in. Now this can go on in two different directions. Definitely goes in this way, and then this piece comes in. There we go. So see how when that turns, that lifts, and that's what catches the gear. Then the gear comes in. Then this washer, and then this spring, And then this final clip. There we go. Now I'm going to lower this all the way down because I got to get this nut in from behind. And then wheel comes on. Bring it up to where the other one is. Now I want to start it and I want to run this to make sure that the wheel turns. And I do know that this tire is worn out. I'm going to have to get a new wheel, but let's see, make sure it drives like it's supposed to. All right, that's it. Sometimes these things are really dirty. I usually pressure wash this. So I get it pretty cleaned off beforehand, but they can be pretty dirty. And you know, clean up the parts if you want. But if you have any questions, guys, hit me up in the comments. Thanks for watching. Hope this helps somebody. I'll put a link in the description to where to buy this piece if you need to replace one. And again, guys, hit me up. Check out my other material. Catch you guys next time.